gents. Welcome to Suji Reaction. This is Holy FNS, I guess. But channel asmongold. Yeah, and there's also This Is So Effing Pathetic. Yeah, titles are awesome, apparently. No one saw this coming. These are 3 clips, I guess. The first one is about ongoing issue about Epstein. Something happened with this one. Judging from the views, 2.3 million in just less than 15 hours. I'm guessing something significant came out. The metadata shows that FBI raw Jeffrey Epstein was modified. Who would have thought of that? Them 1 minute missing. Of course it was modified. Minute doesn't just miss like that. And yeah, the 2 things like, did Hasan get into this Epstein thing somehow? Because there's Hasan clips as well. So let's watch this one. Yeah. So obviously first one is like this Epstein one. Second one is this is pathetic about Hasan and something no one saw this coming also about Hasan. Did Hasan have opinions about this? What is his opinion going to be? Is he going to be polar opposite of Asmon just because he can? Or is he actually going to have something that is going to have opinions similar of Asmon? That would be something. So let's watch it.
I didn't think things could get worse. Wait, metadata shows that the FBI's raw Jeffrey Epstein prison video was likely modified?
Independent video forensics experts concluded the raw 10-hour prison footage was modified. Rather than being a direct export from the prison's surveillance system, the footage was modified using Adobe Premiere Pro. The file appears to have been assembled from at least 2 source clips.
Oh, how can you tell that? Is that did Adobe Premiere leaves behind some kind of like a there must be in code. If you see the codes of it, there must be some data implying that this is went through Adobe Premiere. It has to be, right? I guess Adobe probably put that in as a safety feature as well, so people, investigators, somebody eventually would realize that this is altered footage or something. That, oh my god. I mean, I thought there would just be like simple basic tool that they use or something that you can. They use Adobe Premiere. This is like, why would you use Premiere? There is no reason to use Premiere if you're not going to edit it in any way. You don't use Premiere if you even like change anything. You have to repackage the whole video. It will take time. It will like render the whole video. It will, like depending on your PC, it will like an hour or 2 hours depending on the footage. This is like hours of long footage. How long did it take and why would you go through that shit? This is, I'm telling you, if the pressure doesn't go away, if people keep the pressure on, this will be much bigger than all the Watergate and all that shit. Because the more and more detail comes out, the more and the pressure will be there, the more and more ridiculous it will sound. Now people will be like, why did you use Adobe again? Like this will go back and forth a lot.
Saved multiple times, exported and then uploaded to the DOJ website. The development comes as Deputy Director of the FBI, Dan Bongino, reportedly took the day off after clashing with Attorney General Pam Bondi over the handling of the prison footage.
Breaking news, sources tell CNN that Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino, he's considering resigning over the continued fallout from the release of the Jeffrey Epstein memo.
This is crazy. They're not even trying.
He was on Fox, right?
That's what's so insane about this. It's so bad. Yeah, they're not even trying to hide it. Now Kash Patel is considering resigning if Pam Bondi stays on. Fuck.
I hope he resigns because at least people will trust you. Because you talked a lot of game before coming into power. As soon as you came into power like you're playing ball, I don't care who it is. Like if people are telling you to play ball, just resign. Like this is not what I signed up for. Right? I was calling out Democrats, but this might as well be the similar thing. Why am I here?
Base. The thing is that the interview that they had, these guys, I'm gonna be real, they didn't look happy at all. The fact that they're willing to put this on the line.
Look at the pressure.
This is why we push
the guy's already sweating.
I'm like a drop, but collectively you have a wave. I'm gonna be honest, I totally side with Kash Patel over Pam Bondi without a fucking second. They have to resign. They have to resign to protect their own reputation.
Yeah.
Because if they don't resign, then they're complicit.
Why is the FBI protecting the...
Kash Patel cannot change the entire spectrum of like power balance, right? I don't think even president can do that. So he can't do this, but at least he can resign and say like, I tried. I didn't play ball. At least I tried.
Greatest pederast in human history.
Simple, because of who's on that list.
All right, there you go. And I'm guessing this is about Hasan. What is it? Hasan laments the bad PR generated by his close proximity biggest twist. What? He's going to talk about Asmon. I thought he was going to talk about the Epstein thing or something. Okay.
That's really it. Oh no. He talking about me?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like most people just like associate me with like asmongold and shit. And
Maybe
wonder
they
why.
wouldn't do that if you weren't talking about me all the time.
their association with what I do revolves around, oh, he's just doing content, but his content is toxic because it invites a lot of like toxic backlash and toxic feedback from other.
I don't even know what he's saying. I think that he's complaining about other people not wanting to collab with him because of the people that don't like him online. Is that what he's trying to say?
So I went back to see what started this whole conversation, and it turns out even though Hasan is in New York, Zoran Mamdani, who's currently running for mayor, refused to meet with him.
Are you linking up with Zoran while you're here? No, brother. My man is fucking working, dude. You don't got time.
Yeah. Even he like, okay, did you interview Hamas guy and said like you're a freedom fighter? Yeah, I might be socialist, but I'm not doing that shit. Is this just common sense? Why do people assume that there are two parties and that's it? If you fall in either side, people will just accept you. No. There is such thing as being extreme, and you're basically falling into that category. You think you're left, so anybody from left will basically accept you from open arm because you're a famous streamer. No, shit you're doing, like people will distance from you. Like people are not morons. Like people can think like that would be political suicide. Imagine in the future if that guy goes beyond mayor and people say, look at this Hasan guy was talking about some some terrorist, and you basically talked with like embraced him. So you share the value, this and that. People can twist shit all the time. They don't want to meet with you. What you talking about? You know, if enough people... See, this is the thing. I know I'm not wearing a hat, right? I know I'm not wearing a hat. But if every single person I meet and 1,000 person that I meet says I'm wearing a hat, I'll start to think, maybe I am wearing a hat. What does this mean? This means that all your opinions are your opinions. Great. But if people points out like you're batshit crazy, maybe you should stop and think about, am I batshit crazy? Maybe Hamas is not freedom fighter. Maybe let's think about that. You know, there is that element. Otherwise, you're just like someone like, it doesn't matter how much you go back and forth, doesn't matter how much discussion you have. You're somebody who like people can't get through. Like you're just like, you closed off. At that point, people won't talk to you. Right? In science, there is a saying like if any discussion goes more than 10 minutes, both sides are wrong. Not because both sides are wrong, like there is no point of having discussion at that point. Because nobody's going to listen. So move on. That type of shit.
Time for me? You don't got time for fucking influencers?
Guess the hot girls for Zoran shirt wasn't enough.
I need to do more PR, not PR in like the real media space. Cause like in mainstream media, I have a tremendous number of articles that people write about me and it's awesome, you know, shouts out the mainstream news. But I need to...
I don't think that's a good way to base things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, now you're the thing. Tomorrow, they'll literally say something opposite. They don't care. See, the thing is, Asmon doesn't care because he's never talked about in those circles. So he doesn't care. But he's still the biggest Twitch streamer, the Twitch guy. Right? He's biggest political streamer. You're still second. So I don't know, like, why you care about people's, like, you know, like, applause. And what is it called? Like, people's validation. That's going to backfire really badly.
Mainstream media? I really don't know about that one.
delete Twitter? No, you don't understand.
No, don't understand. I can't delete Twitter.
The way I'm perceived in the sphere of influencers is like dramatically different than the way I'm perceived in the adult politics world.
The adult politics world? Also, didn't you get kicked out of the DNC?
But now you can tell your
Adult politics world compared to what? Children politics? Politics is an adult thing. What you even talking about?
colleagues like, no, I saw the largest online commentator get fucking chucked out with 60,000 people watching.
Wait a moment. The largest Twitch political commentator, Asman, went to the DNC and nobody told me.
Only associate my content with like drama that other people are trying to constantly create around me is fucking annoying. And
I'm sure it sucks. I mean, can you imagine what it would be like if you just had people on the internet that would just make stuff up about you? Bro, that would be so annoying. Is he really making his friends sit there and react to clips of me? I feel bad for these two guys, man. It's like you go to hang out with your friend and he's like, bro, so this guy always says shit I don't like.
You know, you all like there's a one weird friend you have when you're a kid, like who's completely socially awkward, not in that way but weird way, right? Like just brings up weird shit talks about dead squirrel or something when you're a kid. You're like, yeah, okay, this is not where I come here to. Like, I thought we were gonna play something, play some sport or something. You know that shit. And this was like, okay, come to my stream. I'm a bigger streamer. Okay, there you go. And just suddenly starts to talk about asthma. Why are we talking about asthma? It's just that asthma guy, man. Are you obsessed with him? What you talking about?
Here, listen to him. Wasn't that stupid? Isn't he dumb? Yep. Yeah, he is. What an idiot. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I guess we should be saying it's a good thing. At least Hasan isn't showing them terrorist propaganda like he did last time. So it's an improvement. Definitely, it's a good point.
I know they're singing, but
So
I'm seeing
now-
these guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about their actions all the time. They love walking
Slightly move your chair this direction. Maybe you'll disappear. And then dog will walk out because even dog doesn't want to be there.
over like the American flag and the Israeli flag side by side. They will always like march on it.
So a lot of people are mad.
Okay, what is even this? Ludwig had an opinion on the creator class. Okay.
At Ludwig. Ludwig did the thing that Ludwig isn't supposed to do. He had an opinion. Right here, Creator Clash has been officially canceled. Who could have guessed? We'll watch Ludwig talk about it.
For the blessed souls who have no idea what any of this is, Creator Clash is a charity boxing event created by eDubs, and which already received massive backlash last year. They lost $250,000 and didn't donate a single dollar to charity.
Lost?
Meanwhile, they were hosting lavish gala events to process their emotions.
We decided to do the gala, which everybody complained about. And it was like this magical, like, movie moment where it felt like this was the right thing to do for everyone as a thank you.
After such a monumental failure, they run it back.
Yeah, people who didn't earn money will always have some kind of excuse. Like, this is like a magical, this is a healing thing, man. How about you use your own fucking money to do that shit? Rather than using the people's money who donated to you. There's always that asshole, right? Like, who doesn't care about money because it's not their money to begin with. Oh, this is for healing. Like, this is a magical thing as a thank you. We're all gonna do this as a therapy. Use your fucking money. How about that? Put a mortgage on your house and do that shit.
With Creator Clash 3, which immediately collapsed after the release of the Content Cop.
Ethan's video on me got 3.4 million views. Oh, wow. Almost 7 million views. Kind of seems like bigger number, better person type situation, I think.
They lost money last year,
Instant.
and this year is worse than last year.
I think ultimately the right call that they canceled it. Ethan Klein did it. Okay. I'm not trying to be controversial here, but I do think iDubbbz posting the Content Cop was one of the dumbest moves ever. That was crazy. It was not considerate of how many other people would be dragged into the situation
He's right.
who don't give a fuck and just want to fight.
Yeah. It's like whenever you're the face of an event like that, taking sides, whether you like Hasan or not, you have to recognize that Hasan is a very polarizing person.
You know, make that video when Creator Clash isn't happening, I would say.
Don't be defending Zionists.
No one went to bat but Hasan for him. But like also,
It is funny to see his chat get mad. Absolutely insane. You're defending Ethan fucking Klein. No way. Ethan supports genocide. This is it. None of this has anything to do. This is the reason, by the way, this is one of the reasons why he stopped doing Mogul Mail.
This is like saying you're an American, so you supported many genocide throughout the years, from Africa to everywhere. Like, what? What does that even mean? Okay, first of all, like, yeah, Netanyahu has gone too much, right? Obviously, people would say, like, everybody sitting in that chair will have opinions, like I just did. You never know until you live there, until you live in Israel and Gaza, both sides, like how things are, how to deal with things. You don't know. Maybe there are, dilemmas. There are dilemmas in life where, like, there is no good option. And the best option you can choose is really fucked up and people will see you as evil. Maybe that's the case, right? Even though I don't think so. Like, yeah, Netanyahu could have done things better. I don't know. This is just too much, right? So genocide thing, like, yeah, but that's like saying, like, okay, he's 100% of the picture. Netanyahu going a bit too overboard is like, let's say 13% of the picture. Remaining percents, right? Remaining 87%. Is not that, but you just said that 30% is like the whole 100% and you just run with it. Or you're just supporting genocide. Like, that's not the case, is it? Like, what you even talking about? Yeah, people have this like binary view, like it's either this or this, and that's the symbol I'm going to give you. Like, I have comments like that all the time. Like, I don't bother with that shit. Like, I'm not big enough to get inundated with fucked up comments like that. But yeah, I get occasionally when the algorithm picks up my video, like I get comments like that. Literally, I say in the video, like, don't say this, I don't care. People still gonna repeat it because they didn't watch the video. Just click the video just to comment. Like, okay, So yeah, I don't know. It's just insane.
If anybody can't see what he's saying here, they are delusional.
Hasan's audience isn't watching fucking boxing events.
So everybody now is going and shitting
Not
on
UFC
Ludwig.
fans.
And this is the problem that these people have. Ludwig can have the most reasonable, well-intentioned take, and somebody will turn this into Ludwig being a Zionist.
Still a mod in Hasan's chat, by the way.
Woman who hangs out with every...
Suspected pedo, political violence murder supporter, calling Imru a Zionist, advocating for vandalism, 47 years old. I think we need to get more based Ludwig takes. Tell it how it is. If there...
Yeah, I think Ludwig needs to do that Joe Rogan thing. Never check the comments type of thing. See, people who are like really controversial, but when they speak common sense, always have the biggest following. There's a reason why Asmon is the biggest and not Hasan. Even though Asmon gets into trouble all the time, says really fucked up shit, but at least they're commonsensical, so they always win out in the end of the day. Like you can be in the moment, but when you like take 2 steps back over time, you realize that was just common sense. What are we talking about? So just like don't backtrack just because you're getting a lot of heat. Heat will dissipate if you don't give too much attention. Just move on. Like show that you have power. Like Ludwig has enough name that he can just move on. He don't have to please people. Shit like that. Yeah, there you go. Alright, well, that was a lot of news, I guess. Again, I watch Asmon because I don't get a lot of these things. Like I said, a lot of things are regionally locked and shit, so I don't get news that way. YouTube used to be so good, like back in the day when I see trending, they show trending in the global scale. Now they say so trending at the local scale. Like what's happening where I live. Like, okay, even if I change a region, still that doesn't do that much of a job, right? So like nowadays it's really hard to keep up with shit. So I like through Asmon and his editor apparently, who posts this regularly, I can see what's happening recently. So there you go. All right, I'll see you next time.